welcome back, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen.
Been a
Bet
while.
the Over is back. We took a little bit of a break after the Super Bowl. It's been a little busy, but we're back today.
Yeah.
I'm your host, Kevin. We got our co-host, Steve, over there. In today's
Hello.
episode, we're going to break down the Super Bowl, some key plays. I mean, there's not much to break down. It was kind of a blowout.
It's a slaughter.
And then we'll get into the offseason moves, probably like Jets and Giants plan of attack. And we're officially in the offseason. First, bet the over offseason.
Yep. Well, technically, but we were still in the offseason when we started. So
Yeah.
but we'll say first
starting.
full.
Yeah.
First full bet the over.
First full
offseason. Yep.
All right. So how you doing today, Steve?
I'm doing well, man. Shout out Marvel Rivals.
Yep. Hot game popping right now. Both diamonds, right?
No.
No? Oh.
Gold,
But you're in plat.
Gold.
All right. Well, you're one game away from plat.
You got to be honest with him, but I appreciate the effort.
You can play on my second account. You're plat.
Bro Smurf is plat.
But let's go back. So we'll go back 3 weeks ago at this point, the Super Bowl.
No way. No, it was two. It was 2.
2 weeks ago.
It was 2.
So let's break down that Sunday night absolute manslaughter.
The food was good.
The food at the place was good. The halftime show had mixed reviews. I wasn't really watching it, but
I think it was like I think it was cool, I guess, but it was, in my opinion, a little corny.
Steve said it was not as good as The Weeknd.
Oh, never.
The Weeknd dropped an album in between the Super Bowl.
He did drop an album. He actually dropped the album before the Super Bowl. It was January 27th, but we never talked about that.
Yeah.
Go give that
big news. That's big news.
Really, really good album. Yeah, I think he had the best halftime show, as far as I know.
Yeah. I don't really remember all the halftime shows. I just remember like the super controversial ones, like didn't Justin Timberlake like rip some girl's outfit? I forget.
Yeah, I think that's why they started adding a 9-second delay to live TV.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. There was that one. Michael Jackson's done it. Prince has done it. I mean, I don't really. That's like old timey stuff.
Yeah, I think that was like early 90s, right?
Yeah, I'm sure Michael Jackson's was hype, but like, without the production quality that the halftime show has today, I think that the ones that we have now, obviously, in their time are going to be better.
Yeah,
but I don't like when people drag politics into stuff. So the fact that Kendrick had to go and do that is like, just play your music, man.
Yeah, I get that, but I guess
that's not to say
he realized it was the biggest stage and like everyone would see it. So I guess
but I'm not a fan of like, and I don't really have a side or anything, but I just I just don't like. I hate talking politics in general because it makes people so angry. So just bringing that into stuff like that, it's like it's a football game. Play your music, watch football. That's it.
Yep. But I just realized this is also episode 30. So we're 30 episodes in.
We are 30 weeks in,
according to the title. But let's go into the Super Bowl.
It was June, I think we started doing these.
We started in June. Yeah, so I guess that makes sense.
But let's talk about the actual game.
So
I was wrong, man. I was very wrong.
We were both wrong. We both picked the Chiefs to win this game just because, honestly, I picked because I thought Mahomes would just find a way, And we both stated that the Eagles on paper did have a better team.
Yeah.
But the Chiefs just had Mahomes, who was an X factor.
Yeah.
However, I think the Eagles were they were too much.
Yeah.
It was just specifically the defensive line, like Jalen Carter, Graham, Nolan Smith even had a good game.
Yeah. Mahomes
all Georgia guys.
Mahomes couldn't do anything, dude.
Yeah, Mahomes was really getting destroyed back there. Which
and it's like once you're that behind, man, your mindset just goes.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see him not? Did you see him not dap up Samaje Perine when he was dapping up all his teammates at the end of the game?
Yeah, I didn't. I don't know why he would do that. Like, I feel like Samaje is. I don't know.
He didn't even play. He didn't play.
Yeah, I don't know. He dapped.
He didn't do anything. He didn't do anything wrong.
And then we have Kelsey contemplating retirement after this, but they think he's going to play more. But anyway, let's go back still. Let's like fully dissect the game. So defensively, the Eagles just completely just like shut down the Chiefs. The Chiefs couldn't
Yep.
do anything.
Yep.
Uh, I kept saying that the Chiefs were going to eventually like come back, but I think the deficit just got too large too quickly. Like, what was the score at halftime? Was it 21-3 or something like that?
No, they had. Oh yeah, did the Chiefs? No, the Chiefs hadn't scored yet at halftime.
Oh, so it was 21-0.
Yeah.
And I was even saying that. I was like, yeah, the Chiefs still have a chance. They get the ball second half.
Yep.
And then I don't know. And then offensively, once the Eagles get that big of a lead, their offensive line is so good and that Saquon is so good that they can just run the ball, burn the clock.
Saquon didn't even really have a good game either.
I know. I guess he didn't really need to. The Eagles defense straight up just carried.
I guess not a good game for Saquon is anything under 5 touchdowns and 200 yards, so.
Yeah. Honestly, this postseason though, Saquon, he was the best player on their team.
Yeah.
Like the first 2 games, Jalen Hurts really didn't do much. Saquon had like 3 touchdowns in each game.
Yeah, it was like kind of just like give it to him, feed him.
I just remember the Washington game where he got the ball. Literally the first run of the game, he ran it like 50 yards and scored a touchdown. I was
He's going to be he could be a first round pick next year, fantasy.
Yeah, probably. I still am nervous about.
I'm sorry, not first round, first overall.
Oh yeah. I'm still nervous about injuries.
I think we finally see McCaffrey drop.
Yeah, especially because you still don't know his current injury situation.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, honestly, like I don't like the Eagles mostly for their fans and their coach. I'm not mad that Saquon won. That's like a big thing in the comments I see when they bring up a Saquon stat. Everyone's in the comments like, "Oh, Giants fans are in shambles right now." Like, no, bro. Saquon's a great guy. He's a great guy, and when it comes to the end of the day, it's a business, bro. He went to go get his money. He got his money. The Giants offered him money too. So you can't blame the Giants organization. It's not like they let him walk for nothing. He went to get a bigger bag somewhere, and I guess it worked out in his favor because he won a Super Bowl. I'm happy for. I honestly don't even mind Jalen Hurts. He seems like a nice guy too. Little corny with the quotes. Like he walks around with like quotes in his back pocket.
Yeah.
But yeah, good for Philadelphia. I mean, they didn't like burn down the city as bad as I thought they would, so good for them too.
I think the police were like on it, bro.
Oh yeah, I think.
But they gotta take it easy, man.
And then, did you see they threw a beer and it hit Howie Roseman, the GM of the Eagles, in the head, and he had like a giant welt on his head?
I did not see that.
Yeah, that's crazy. Howie Roseman is the most important person to the Eagles. I don't even think Sirianni's that good of a coach. Like he's good, but he's not fantastic. He's not. I don't think he's a top coach in the league, honestly. But I think Howie Roseman is the best GM in the league.
Yeah.
The way they have like constructed their roster with somehow not going over the salary cap is like incredible. I don't know how they did it.
I feel like the Eagles are just, I don't know, both of those teams, man, are so uninteresting to me.
Yeah.
But I guess when you have teams that just constantly win, it's going to get boring.
I mean, the Eagles were kind of fun to watch because it was not the typical like NFL offense. You know how the NFL nowadays is all throwing and trick plays and all this stuff. The Eagles decided to go old school and they built their entire offense around the running game in the playoffs.
I think that tush push has to go though, man.
Or you think they should ban it?
It's not even football anymore. It's just guaranteed yard.
Yeah, I know the argument for both sides. I mean, I think they should keep it just for the fact that every team can do it. You know what I mean? If you hate it so much, your team should just practice it and try and do it.
Either that or don't let them get down at the 1.
Yeah, or that. Just let them get the first down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right?
Yeah. But yeah, overall, the Super Bowl, I mean, it wasn't that good. I didn't like either of the teams, like I said, so I wanted it to at least be an exciting football game for the last game of the season.
That's what I mean. Yeah, like I wanted us to have like a little bit of a shootout, but yeah, it was terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any closing thoughts on that Super Bowl? Or
no, satisfying to not see. I don't even really hate Mahomes that much. Like I don't like him, but that the Mahomes hatred is more. I don't want to see this guy anymore.
Yeah. It's like the Brady hatreds.
Kelsey, on the
Hatred.
other hand, I cannot stand him. So, to see him get one catch for 5 yards, and have the attention be like drawn away from him. But then again, his brother had to go and make it about himself and post a long 3-paragraph thing on Instagram about how he's upset that the Chiefs lost, but happy the Eagles won. Bro, Jason Kelsey, you retired, bro. Cut it out. I hate that guy. I hate both of them.
You don't like either of them?
No, despise them. So
what did he even post? I didn't even hear about it.
Dude, it was like a long, like couple paragraphs about. Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah.
I
mean, being Jason Kelsey must be kind of upsetting because you retired last year and then your team goes on and wins. I honestly thought he was going to come out of retirement like randomly in the playoffs and be like, oh, guys, I'm back.
Yeah, I can't.
You know what I mean? I could see that happening.
Oh, here we go. Congratulations to the Philadelphia Eagles, my former teammates and friends, on being Super Bowl champions. There were a lot of emotions last night. I've collected my thoughts. I'll attempt to share them in the longest tweet ever. That game was odd for me to watch, if I'm being completely honest. I knew it was going to be mixed emotions before. But all right, so it's like a long, like literally 6 paragraphs, a tweet. And it's just like, dude, like stop. Get it, like you're done.
I mean, he is an analyst now, so
I know, but it's over. I
know.
And it's like all over Instagram. Sports Center has to post a picture of the tweet, bro. Like, stop talking about these two. They're not like they're good. They're not great. Jason Kelsey, maybe he's great at his position, but he's retired.
He was great at his position. I don't think he's a great analyst. He's just another analyst. I don't know. But yeah, let's move past that, I guess. Steve's hatred for the Kelseys.
Yep.
So let's go break down like what should the Jets do right now? What's their offseason plays? Do you have any updates on any Rodgers situation?
I think you save money on a quarterback. Let Jordan Travis start and build a team around him. Go get Olave if you really want to get Olave. Build a team around this guy, and build up his confidence with this new coaching staff. And you drafted him for a reason. Try him out. But again, I mean, they could go all in on a first-round pick as well. But you had this guy sat behind Aaron Rodgers for a year, So I think you're in a better position to start him than to draft one of these 50-50 guys in the first round.
Yeah.
Save your money. You fucking have a lot of what is it? A lot of dead cap now?
Yeah, dead cap.
Without Rodgers and Devontae, you're gonna have to I think if we kept them one more year, it would have been more expensive or something like that. That's another thing we didn't talk about, however, Rodgers' departure. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest. I think looking back at it, looking at his stats, I think you could have kept him one more year. But what I think happened is all of this Garrett Wilson beef with him. If that is true, I think what happened is they decided to, instead of having their star player that they drafted a couple of years ago leave because of a quarterback, or want to leave because of a quarterback that's 41 years old, they decided to just go their separate ways with him. But I don't know. I mean, like, his stats were good, dude.
Yeah, Rodgers really didn't have that bad of stats.
He was like a top 15. He was like a top 15 quarterback.
Yeah. And the Garrett Wilson beef was kind of strange because remember last year when he tore his Achilles and apparently what he said to Garrett Wilson?
He was like, I'm sorry, kid. Yeah.
So I thought they were kind of friends, but at the same time, that's the stuff that happens with Rodgers. It's just like one day he's
I think these new coaches realize that too, and I think the players realized it too. Aaron Rodgers blaming Mike Williams in an interview and stuff like that, and going on Pat McAfee and being the only one that gets to speak his mind about the team. You know what I mean? That's probably frustrating to see from players that are also frustrated.
Yeah.
You're having such a terrible season that you didn't anticipate, and you're letting one guy go out there on the fucking media and dictate what it is that's wrong or what he thinks that's wrong, and no one else gets to speak their mind.
The season where you're supposed to be good, then you have your starting quarterback go out on a podcast and talk about how they're just a horrible team. Like that's basically what he was saying.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think he
Um,
went and said they were horrible, but it was like he would kind of like weave his way around saying the truth, I guess. But you could like tell what he was thinking.
yeah,
So,
he would like kind of bring it up, but not go into full detail about it, right?
yeah.
Yeah, that's how Rodgers is, though. He's like kind of two-faced. Like I said, he'll be friends with one guy one week, and then like 4 months later, they apparently have beef and they hate each other. And that's
Yeah.
exactly what happened with
I feel
Garrett
bad
Wilson.
though. Nobody wants him. Like nobody even wants him.
Who, Rodgers?
Rodgers, yeah. Do you think I think a team will sign him. I
I
honestly
think
I
a
wouldn't
team
be
will sign him, yeah.
I wouldn't be opposed to getting Darnold back. I don't think he'll come back, but I wouldn't be opposed to it.
You can get Darnold back. The only thing is you're going to give him a lot of money.
That's what I mean. So that's why I think you try it out with Jordan Travis.
Yeah, like at least Travis, he's cheap. Let's say you start him and he's horrible. All right, just keep him for the rest of his rookie contract and then either cut him or sign him as a backup.
But also, I'm starting to get frustrated with this. Like, okay, this guy's bad. We got to change it, dude. Let the guy play. I mean, I guess yeah, you had Zach Wilson. You let him play for like 3 years and stuff. But I don't know if the guy's bad this season, but he shows signs. Let him get more confident. I feel like the constant change will never will never develop into anything.
Yeah, no,
It's the
I
same
feel
thing.
that too.
It's the same thing with firing coaches. If you gave Saleh the rest of that year, and granted, I was frustrated with Saleh as well, but that's just because you're in a position where you want to win. So you as a fan, or me as a fan, think any little change that we can make, or any large change, I guess that you'd call that, would make some kind of difference. And it's like, oh, look to Ulbrich, who's a really good defensive coordinator. But was he a really good defensive coordinator, or was he a good defensive coordinator because of Saleh's system? Because Saleh left and the defense turned into, mush.
So, yeah, the defense turned soft, bro.
I don't know, man. I don't think we go for any of these first-round quarterbacks. If we do, I'll be very surprised. I do think they mentioned targeting either, I think it was Cam Ward.
Yeah, but what are the Jets going to do? Are they going to trade up for these guys?
You trade up with the Titans, I think. Something like that.
Yeah, because they would have to trade up to get him. They're out in the spot to take him. Yeah. If the Giants trade up and pick a quarterback, I'm a Buffalo Bills fan, bro. I swear to God.
Word?
Dude,
I don't think you
trade up. If one of the quarterback falls to them at 3, okay, take them, I guess. I mean, I don't think either of these guys are going to be good. I kind of like, I'm starting to completely fall off. I was kind of on the Cam Ward train. Now I don't know. I don't really like.
You don't need them. Sign one of these, dude. You heard about this Matt Stafford stuff?
Yeah, apparently Stafford's getting buzz. But dude, there are a lot of decent quarterbacks to sign.
The Giants could even sign the Giants could sign Rodgers.
The Giants could sign Rodgers. I've heard Rodgers is a big one. Who else?
You know what? I bet you Rodgers would do that too, just to spite the Jets, to be right in MetLife.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked, but I don't want Rodgers. Honestly, someone I wouldn't even mind having is Jameis Winston.
Yeah, right.
At least I get to watch like someone that's funny and like have fun out there. While
they lose. The Giants lose every game, but they score 50 points every game.
Malik Neighbors is about to have a 2,000-yard season with like 40 touchdowns with Jameis Winston.
Yeah.
But man, I wouldn't mind that. I think the Giants.
I think you take a look at one of these one-year guys. I think you take a look at Rodgers. You take a look at Stafford.
Yeah.
I think you go definitely for one of them and you wait it out. And then Archie will probably be willing to come to the Giants. I think he would like to.
That's what I was about to say. My game plan, if I was the Giants, we'll stick to quarterbacks for right now. I think they should go out, sign a veteran. I don't care who it is. Kirk Cousins. I mean, I don't want Rodgers.
Did they cut him? Did they cut Kirk Cousins?
Yeah, they cut Kirk Cousins.
But I thought didn't they sign him to a huge contract?
Yeah, but they got rid of him because they drafted Penix. But I wouldn't be opposed to Kirk. I mean, I guess Rodgers. Fields is a big name. Russell Wilson, I've seen it, is linked to the Giants as well. You sign one of those guys, 1-2-year deal. Yeah. Hopefully not too crazy.
Well, that's another thing the Jets could do is go and get Justin Fields. I forgot about that. Go and get Justin Fields, a guy who played with Garrett Wilson and Olave.
I guess, yeah, he played it at Ohio State. I guess you would give him like $25 million, which is kind of expensive, but you sign him to 2 years, and then I think the Giants should I mean, they'll probably be bad this year again, this upcoming year.
Yeah.
And then you take a good quarterback next year. If it's Arch, I guarantee you by next year there's going to be a completely new quarterback that we don't even know about right now that is in the buzz for number 1 overall. I swear it happens every year.
I think
I think that's the game plan. I don't think either of these quarterbacks this year are like them. You know what I mean?
I think the Jets, man, like I will never like we were gonna win the offseason, I bet you again, and you can't convince me. I'm being completely serious. I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna be excited for the season to start, but I will never go into a season with the mindset of, oh yeah, we're gonna be mad good. Like I'm not gonna say it anymore. I'm not gonna say
End
it.
of summer this year, we're gonna do an episode. Steve's gonna be like, first game, win. Second game, win. Third
13
game,
13
win.
and 3, 13 and 4.
14. Yeah, 14 weeks in, we're 12-2.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, man. After this year, man, I can't.
But what are some other positions of needs for the Jets besides obviously quarterback? Offensive line?
We need to beef up the D line again. Got rid of a couple important guys, and that showed this season. Woody Johnson needs to step out of everything, and he said he's going to leave a lot on the owner and the GM and the coach. These new guys, which I like. The GM and the coach seem really tight. The entire staff was fired down to some. I think it was some guy that was there for like 50 years as he was on the coaching staff. I apologize. I don't recall the position or the name.
I mean, he was probably like the offensive line, like secondary, some random coach like that.
But from what I saw, they were firing everybody, so like everyone on that staff is gone.
But yeah, they did a fresh reset. Yeah.
So what I hope is that what I think is most important is not so much players, but that this new coach and this new GM find like staff that are able to, get fitted to this team and work well together, right away. Cause that's a lot of people to bring in. Like it may not seem like a big deal, but and I honestly think people don't realize this or look into this, but if you fire an entire staff and you bring in new guys everywhere, every single position coach, every, defensive coordinator, offensive coordinator, coach, GM, everybody has been fired. You know what I mean? You got all new guys. I understand like the offseason.
Clean slate.
Yeah. And I understand that the offense, I understand that the offseason is short, is long, but when you have that many new guys, it probably seems pretty short, because like there's a lot.
All get on the same page.
Training camp only starts in the summer, man, and that's when they're really, really going to start trying to get on the same page. So you got like 2 months with all these new guys to try and figure everything out.
Mm-hmm. And honestly, up until the draft, all they're thinking about is free agents that they could sign on cost-effective deals that'll make an impact, and the rookies that they're going to draft. And they play every single scenario out because obviously everything's not going to go your way. You could have a wide receiver. Let's say you have Justin Fields as the number 1 quarterback in this free agency on the Jets. Mm-hmm. Bro, you could go out. You can offer him a crazy deal for like $35 million a year, which is, I think, high for him. And then another team can just come in and offer him 38, and you just lose your quarterback. Yeah. You know what I mean? So the offseason is the most fun, in my opinion, because it's all speculation and there's no records involved. So
we also don't have
amazing.
For you and I, we also don't have to watch our teams, which is exciting.
Exactly. So I'm not upset on Sundays. So it's truly a win. And the Hard Knocks episode last year really showed the offseason. It was the Giants, and Sheen was saying, he was like, during the free agency period, it's crazy because a lot of the times you just have no say in what happens. You offer the guys a deal, you call their agent, and then like that's it. You just hope and pray. You basically don't hear anything else back until they've signed either with your team or another team.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, I mean, I think the Jets could even target Stafford as well. Veteran quarterbacks, but like, do we want to go that veteran quarterback route? Because you know how it goes, especially for
you did it last year and it didn't seem to work.
We've done it plenty of times.
Yeah. But I think in the upcoming episodes, we're probably going to wrap this up soon. In the upcoming episodes, we should do like a mock draft. You'll do Jets, I'll do Giants, and we'll kind of look. We'll do like 3 rounds I don't know if we can draft and like show it on stream like that. I don't know how we'd be able to stream it and show every
I'll look
pick.
into it, but I'm also thinking like, how about for some homework, we both play the GM role,
Yeah,
and
that's what I think.
we do a mock draft and we look for key free agents. Basically, you build your team for next year for the Giants. I build my
Yeah.
team next year for the Jets, and then we'll break all of our reasonings and what our teams look like in the next episode, because I feel like that could be fun.
Or
but
the
yeah, I
upcoming
mean,
episodes, because I feel like we still need all the off season to fully start. Like I know there's free agents now, but when is the free agency window? Do you know? I think it's later on. I think it's like a month before the draft or something.
I don't
Maybe
know.
it's March.
Free agency window, I'm not sure.
Yeah, but we'll play GM, and then
I
I think what we
think-
should do is like we'll be like round 1, the Giants pick like let's say Shador, and then we just go round 2. Like we don't go through each single pick. We'll be like round 2, the Giants have the second pick in the second round. They pick, and then this offensive lineman from the school, and then I guess reasoning why, and then we'll do that for free agents as well.
I like that.
And then I'll keep updating the Google Drive as well.
Right. I really want to get those little mics, man. I think a bet the over episode down in Florida would be exciting.
We might do a Florida bet the over golfing episode. Warning now, anyone that's watching or anyone that sees this video, we are not good at golf. So I don't want everyone to be flaming us in the comments. Like we're not like people will flame you because your swing or whatever, or you play like ass. And it's like, dude, I never claimed to be Tiger, bro. I never claimed to be Spieth, bro.
I never claimed to be Doug. I never claimed to be Doug.
I shoot like 105, like consistently. That's my score, bro. I've broken 100 once.
Yeah. Same here. Same. I have as well.
But anyway, so I think that's a wrap for this episode. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Like, comment, subscribe. Steve,
make sure you follow us on TikTok. Make sure you follow us on Instagram for all things bet the over. This is going to be a really interesting off season. We're going to be with you guys the whole way. So keep up with us on all of our social media platforms and stay tuned to Watch Weekly. We're still trying to get a date set or like a day of the week set where we can, really do these live streams more consistently. So it's just tough because busier schedules and things like that with work. So appreciate everybody's patience. Follow our social medias and bet the over. That's all from me.
Bet the over.